So timestamps exist in case you just want to skip forward to a certain, phase, I guess, because I haven't been splitting by months. But yeah, just to go over the bonus settings that I've put on, yeah, I mean, there's not really much else to go. I'm just doing a lot of gold and lowering a lot of RNG. I also took a revive, but it really depends on what happens, doesn't it? So, as we move on with this playthrough, we are going to get our coup and move on. Now, I didn't actually get the 100,000, or... yeah, 100,000 HP achievement, so I guess we'll look for that. But we'll just swerve into whatever we run for. Also, if Future Jordan didn't already make the thumbnail as specific as I'm thinking right now, then yeah, we're gonna eat an NPC. But we'll see. I think we actually want to eat an NPC that's not I want an HP actually, but we'll take agility, I guess. We'll try to go all-rounded, but again, we're gonna try to look for HP. But more importantly, actually, I need to check what I have. Oh, okay, we have punch, so we do want to go towards physical, but only after a magic attack. So unless I guess we could try to do an all-rounded build, but we'll focus HP. And we'll see how that turns out. But basically, we'll eat any NPC that doesn't give us things that we want, essentially. Not that we particularly need to. Or basically, whoever we eat, whoever we make coup eat will be less the focus in terms of the stats of the ingredients that they can grant. Not that I don't know what the increase in rate chance is, but basically, we have to deal without the NPC. On the flip side of those things, I guess gameplay-wise or balance-wise, so you eat an NPC, and essentially the stats that you get from eating them is what you would get because you're not going to really visit them. That's all I'm trying to say. So we'll actually try to get Ulupika to max, unless Ku asks to eat, but we'll scold because she didn't do a good job. But aside from that, we could physical resistance, magic damage. If we didn't take a thing, did we? No, it's a passive. Yeah, after magic attack, and this is guaranteed. So I guess you know what, we can take a fireball. As interesting as it would be to get some gold, it's all RNG, and my RNG is absolutely terrible. So let's find out. Also, this next week, I'm gonna mention this in the other video series that I'm doing, but video series with an apostrophe to note that there's plural and more than one, but I was preparing something for Halloween. Now, whether or not I'll get to do so is a completely different story. So, without further ado, fireball first, and then we get that damage in. So yeah, we essentially want to increase every stat, because we'll need it, but we'll try to focus on HP. Now, that's gonna be still a bit tricky, because, well, I want to go for 100,000 HP, but that's probably going to be less likely. It would help to get more things for HP builds, but I don't know if we're going to get that, so shrug. But otherwise, I mean, not really much to talk. Well, we're going through the general strategy of this run because we're just going through the, not tutorial phase, but the beginning phase anyway, so we might as well sit here and see what happens. And if I can complete this run without losing and see if there's any bonus for that, that'd be interesting too. So, alternatively, I could take magic attacks that apply something that doesn't really rely on Ku's intelligence either. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Large damage or headache. You know what? We'll do headache. Oh, goodness, I hit something in real life. But my fingers hit something. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So, yeah, we'll just kind of just unga bunga pick higher rarity ingredients, and if we don't see any higher rarity ingredients, we reroll, and if we really don't see anything, then we do anything we want. So yeah, probably Toli and Ulupika. If we don't see either of those two, we eat any other NPC we run into. Do I want you to eat the ground? Yeah. Week 3 April. Ku ate ground, and Tori didn't get anything, but as odd as it sounds to say, the sooner we eat an NPC, also, physical attack based on intelligence, but we want to increase strength. Again, I could probably swerve towards intelligence if I really wanted to, but shrug. So, accuracy would be interesting as well. Lower crit rate, but I don't think we were critting anyway, so shrug. I have to remember not to let Ku eat on when working for NPCs we want to upgrade our affection for. Period. That's the end of the sentence. So reroll here. Yeah, we're not going to increase intelligence, so... I mean, yeah, that's probably the only thing we won't increase. Yeah, we could. Yeah, so we'd have to pay for that. We could increase intelligence just to make our one intelligence attack a little stronger, but we don't need to. So we get another redo for Tori. But we have to scold Ku. Did we get an affection increase? We would still get it, right? Even though we have to scold Ku? Guess we're going to find out. I keep forgetting I have to click. Lightning! Hey, it's been a while, so... Hey... How? But let's see. I was gonna take a look at something. I forgot because I just combo broke myself with my own interruption. Reroll again. Reroll one more time. I mean, we might as well. We have the rerolls, but if we find anything, we just eat it. Aside from intelligence, most likely. So yeah, I was gonna check something. What was I going to check? There was something I wanted to check. This was not translated for whatever reason. I think that's the bonus setting? Yeah, that's the bonus setting. So, I mean, the player should know what that is, but it wasn't translated, so it was funny to see. Let's do some more rule, because I might let Ku feed. And I could fight a small calamity, but we're just going to make the run a little bit faster and do this. Now, unfortunately, Ku didn't ask to eat Quinn, but hey. Cooldown reduction, don't really need that. Funny enough, we get stripped enough times during the course of a run that I don't really like buffs, I guess. Buffs are good, though. I won't deny that. I mean, it's not as common as I'm making it seem, but if you're unlucky enough to run into a certain number of bosses, you're just going to get your buffs stripped from you anyway, which is why I'm less keen on taking them, or taking skills that buff. Fine, I'll just take something that's on sale. That being said, fighting calamities would get me more money, but hey... Really just trying to eat Quinn right now, though. I mean, we aren't increasing Quinn's affection anyway, so it's fine. I wonder if there's a threshold on the personality in which Ku will only eat NPCs if she's a little wild. But, I mean, that's just me thinking out loud. Boy, oh boy, are we getting nothing. We'll take another passive. And off we go. So... We got a skill. Yeah, magic resistance. Again, we don't need the magic power because we're not attacking with magic. As our main source of damage is what I'm trying to say. We have a shop available, but is it going to be useful for us? I guess we'll see. We'll go for HP. Again, trying to increase HP. Maybe a lot less likely than I'd like to hope. Here's Ulupika, by the way. You know what? No. We'll go work for Ulupika. I don't have a lot of money. That's why I'm a bit scared. So... act first to maybe stun, large damage with recoil. Yeah, fine. I got a synergy thing. I didn't check what it was, but it's fine. We don't have the stamina. We actually need to rest next turn, so there's that. But if this run goes fast enough, then we can definitely get to the halfway point of this run through a video. Yeah, fine. Overall, your stats increase more, I think. Just by a little bit, but if we need the vitality too much, then yeah, I mean, sure. Again, we're just hoping we don't, that's right, we don't have the stamina. Rest. Next time. I feel like I'll need the money. We can check the shop right now if I really so choose, but if we see Ulupika specifically, no, we're not visiting the shop. Yeah, fine, I'll take strength. And let's see what we have in the shop. We could trade with Morgantiana, but that's probably not going to happen, so away we go. So, any passives? Crit increased 10% bonus for working. Do we want to make this a working run? We could. Although I will need something different, and then we'll take a full HP increase. This means that buying ingredients for the week might put us in a loan, but for the moment, now we can finally sell for more. I'm probably going to need to, so I'm just going to do it. Basically, anything more than 2,000 to 3,000 is what I'll sell for. Now, is that going to be efficient? I don't know. I'm just guessing, but I've seen the prices be absolutely abysmal, so that's why I'm, just doing what I do. Per point in agility, how much am I getting? Well, I said we're going for HP. We'll go for HP. I'll take a hybrid if it looks really good, but normally that's not the case. So again, we'll look for carbohydrates here. Don't ask to eat Tori. I mean, it would help with strength and HP, but in this instance, no. So Ku will ask to eat NPCs, or basically ask to eat something that is not good with high rule, but HIGH space RULE. Only thin ice. Don't we have a reroll? Low accuracy, and we have a lower accuracy already, so I think we do, right? Am I going crazy? I might be going crazy. Blah, blah, blah. No, we have an accuracy increase, so I actually wanted to take that. Well, too late now. And away we go. Yeah, I didn't actually want to take that, but are we ready? I'm literally just coming up with those at the top of my head. For HP, for the sake of HP. Now it's mostly agility, but it also has HP, so I'm taking it. Martha, vitality, and yeah, you know what? Let's see if Ku wants to eat Martha. Nope. So instead, more accuracy, AoE, but more importantly, take stuff. Again, I'm pretty sure. Am I going crazy? No, we have the passive that gets us a little bit more money with from working with the villagers, but how cool. But more importantly, so Thunder, I forgot what exactly we need to focus on here. It's a shame you can't check again. Although you should have been checking throughout the week, but or I should have been checking if we're trying to do a thing. We don't need the medium because now we have vibration waves, so I guess we just take uppercut and move on with life. We'll do our best. I think... Is this my first time fighting Thunder? Well, I guess we're gonna find out. So, we're gonna get hit by Thunder a lot, and we have to deal with evasion. Thank goodness we have more accuracy, but still. Do we hit or not? Because I think she has more evasion than our act. Never mind. I lied. Never mind. We defend against this for the sake of not taking too much damage, even though we are taking a lot of damage. And accuracy down, but it's not so bad because, as it turns out, we have a lot of accuracy. So, hey, it's fine. I wonder if the game has true RNG or not. And by that, I mean, does the game try to give you skills and passives that help out with the boss? But that's a question for later. So yeah, once you survive this, then we should be okay? Punch, question mark? Don't even need to breath? Don't even need to heal? Maybe. I'm gonna defend here just to be safe. Ow. But the real recoil defeats her on her own. So off we go. So, what do we get? Poison, blood, magic, lose BP on crits. Well. Fine, I guess we get a lot of poison. And eat a scale. We're rural though, so we absorb less. In fact, we didn't even absorb a lot. So, 88 intelligence. That was pretty bad. Oh, goodness. Hey, Morgantiana. I'm trying not to let you know, but I am trying to eat a villager here, so... Lose agility. We'll take strength instead. And hopefully this gold lasts us until, well, a shop and afterward. But for the moment, eat arches? Question mark? Nope. Wow. Well, hey. Not being wild. No intelligence. Upgrade a skill. And we do a festival. It's not like we lose a festival for eating something, right? Well, I guess we're gonna find out. Kilo square! Oh, I'm going absolutely insane. But anywho. Yeah, if eating a villager causes us to lose stuff, also no HP, so I guess we just take more agility again. Maybe I should start building more strength instead and swerve, but it's a bit too late now. But the other side of true RNG is whether or not withstand physical attacks. We are finally running into different dragons. I think this is the first time I'm fighting a power or physical dragon, but again, who would have known? But if we increase our agility, we'll be able to pop skills beforehand. Defend always acts first, unless, you know, it's a skill that goes after or before everything else, but hey. I mean, yeah, we don't really care about Martha here, as sad as that sounds to say, but hey, the nice crit AoE. I know our crit is already being debuffed by our accuracy passive, but hey, we don't have the stamina, so off we go, and we might just want to just rest here. I know there are ingredients that grant us stamina for eating them, but so hello. Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm pretty sure they don't cost anything, right? We can increase our vitality if we're gonna just try to defend against a physical boss. But after that, and we did eat that forage, so we'll pay in cash. But let's take a quick look here. Nothing happening, and something happened in real life. I wonder if that's gonna show on OBS. But otherwise, off we go to the Summer Islands. If you can eat something that gives us stamina, yeah, we'll probably eat it. Because we want to eat the environment. Vitality this, but I said I wanted HP. I think we're gonna swap between both. So we'll eat the forest twice, if possible. We'll eat the forest twice and then eat the other place. I can't remember. We'll go a little wild here. And try to get as much HP as possible. Although if I don't focus specifically on HP and just try to increase everything on everything balanced, I'm pretty sure I can't get the S rank achievement. But we'll do our best. So cool. Yeah, agility. I said I wanted to build agility, so hey. Now will 3188 vitality and probably higher be enough? I guess we'll see. If it weren't for the boss I was going to run into, I would have most certainly just kept visiting the forest here. But for the moment, we'll hold back on the forest for the moment and move on. That is quite a lot of HP though. Earth stance, recover HP when defending, basically more mitigation when hit by magic attacks, counter with magic, and buff. But passive, shiny passive, 3-star passive. I don't think we can beat this. I do have an AoE skill, but they don't let me change here, so that's the sad part. You know what? Let's go for it. So, knowing how this boss works at this time, are we in a situation in which we can fight it properly? I also realized that something is not as I thought in real life, but it's fine for the moment. If you didn't see me fight this boss, then I literally fought it in the last playthrough, but this time we're using, we're a more proper attacking build than hoping for Windblade and hoping for the best, but let's see. So we do have that strength up and stuff. Also, we can defend against Call of the Storm, but I still would want to go first here, especially since Call of the Storm is not dealing a lot of damage at the moment. So, as I just said. Nullify physical. Unfortunately, I used my physical, so I guess we just buff up instead. Might as well use the buffs when we have them. Now, what happens afterward is a completely different story. So, guard allies against attacks, but we're just going to hit something really hard with recoil. And when we get breath, we should be able to do a lot of cool stuff. Although, yes, yeah, this slow regen is a bit of a problem. That being said, so I can kind of just autopilot for the moment to explain, you know, different ways of mitigating attacks. Obviously, there's, well, just stat defense, but then there's also things like, let me just do a punch really quickly. Also things like recovering, if you can take the HP, is another form of effective mitigation. A simple example of that is what happens when you Acid wound. No, my buff. Acid wound, or sorry, healing mitigation would be, for example, you take 10,000 HP, but then you heal 5,000 HP. Then that's effective. You've effectively mitigated 50% of the damage. Of course, the nuance there is that you have to survive 10,000 damage, but it can be better if, you know, you only mitigate 20% of all damage, and then you're just sitting there going, well, hey. But otherwise, do I have any other healing items? I don't, actually. If I don't lose... I'm not gonna risk the recoil. So we'll just throw this out instead. Am I gonna get breath, by the way? I will, right? Right after getting hit by this? No. The answer is no. So instead... we can Dragon Breath now. We should be able to, anyway. Just so we can keep our BP rolling, but we will experience a problem in which... yeah, so I have to take this in the face. And I can't strip buffs, so these ads are gonna keep increasing. Oh my goodness, I didn't defend there. That's so painful. Yeah, so we'll do a magic attack so we can do the magic pressure, but right afterward, hope for the best and hope something doesn't get up. For the moment, though, we recoil. Oh, we didn't defeat. Yeah, we definitely have to defend. I'll call the storm here, which makes me a little sad, but it's fine for the moment. We do heal. That's right. I completely forgot, but that's not reliable recovery because, as you can see, we're currently just taking damage more than the amount we're recovering. So here's hoping that we can somehow defeat the boss before we lose, which isn't seeming very likely. I think this is a full storm, or is it not? Ooh, it's not. Well, we breath and hope for the best. So it's gonna revive, but I think I breathed it away again. No, I don't. Well, well, well. I don't think we can actually beat this boss, and I didn't save. Hey, here's a reminder that I should be rolling my saves here. Oh, yeah, we definitely just collapse here. Well, we also apparently can't apply debuffs. Oh, dragon plushie. But I didn't want to use that dragon plushie, but we're apparently not going to. Well, we might still not run into a curse boss, but for the moment. So we need to defend here, otherwise we just collapse into the ground. So I think, yeah, that means it's theoretically possible to soft lock in this, in Drapline, because if you don't save for whatever reason, that lowers damage dealt. Is that why my breath is not defeating these ads? Yes, it is. We have to defend, though, otherwise we just face plant into the ground. I mean, not that much else was happening. This ad was protecting itself, so it's fine. But the problem is that, yeah, the problem is that we're slowly dying. So, yeah, here's hoping for the best. Oh, we're dead. We're super dead. This might actually be an episode, like, this might actually be like a halfway mark. Oh, pain. Yeah. We could just say training complete. We'll give it a good 2 more attempts, though. So we do have poison. Maybe I just go full physical this time. Oh, we see it. We have Bash, by the way. I forget the name. Bash is probably better than the recoil damage because I need to save my HP. But, well, too late now. So, can we debuff this boss? I guess we're gonna find out. I'm gonna poison rush the boss and see what happens. Kind of. Oh, that's right. It protects allies. But I want to see what happens when I try to do it to the boss. Ow. But yeah, we'll see. So, nullify magical. So that if that's poison, I'm gonna focus on the other one. Try to split the difference here. And see what actually happens. I don't have enough time to reapply poison. That makes me a little sad, but hey, fun times ahead. So, if I focus for a moment here, yeah, not much is happening, so we might as well buff ourselves before we get acided. And then right after this second level Call of the Storm, I think we still have to start defending, otherwise we're going to take too much damage. In fact, we're already taking a lot of damage, but hey, and yeah, we just start fighting. Already this fight is looking a lot better. It's just unfortunate that, yeah, we're not able to really do things properly. Also, we are not able to deal a lot of damage. We're probably taking a Call of the Storm next turn, so I have to defend again, I think, but it's well worth it. So Yeah, we heal on top of the defending that we do against Call of the Storm, so not painful at the moment, but boy, oh boy, oh, nullify physical attack again. Well, I guess we heal with Earth Stance, but I forgot if that is that based on. Let me check really quickly. Nope, that's not that. I'm going crazy. Passive skills. Oh, tiny HP. I thought it's scaled based off HP. The answer is no. So, apply poison to the left again. We have breath available. I don't think the boss is gonna call the storm. Never mind. I lied to myself. Goodness gracious. Whee! I think one of these tentacles is always defending, right? It is. Oh, that's annoying. Well, we have to, otherwise we're just gonna keep capping on BP. But otherwise, yeah, that's not great. But one of them is always defending. Yeah, guard ally and nullify magical attack. So it's something is always being guarded. We have to burn this, by the way. I know we have the dragon plushie, but I would like to not do that if possible. So, is every other turn you are? Is it every other turn that you're doing Call of the Storm? That's so annoying. Level 5 Storm. We take like 7,000 damage, but we mitigated like an extra like 10-ish%. Magic, so we do a thing. Guard ally, I guess you can take the poison this time then. And that should defeat you in due time. The question is, can I survive this storm? The answer is no, so the dragon plushie was needed. No point recoiling ourselves against the block here, and this thing should poison down. Never mind, I lied. Well, hey, Call of the Storm I was planning to defend anyway, but boy oh boy. I feel like I'm doing a lot worse, though. Wait, that means if I do an AoE, it just takes the damage, isn't it? Yeah, it just takes the damage. So AoE is actually not as helpful, right? Am I going crazy? Anywho. Yeah, I guess we might as well recoil ourselves. Yeah. Oh, we're actually not facing a Call of the Storm, so we can just Dragon Breath here. I know we're taking damage, but we have to rely on the dragon plushie, so hey. Oh my goodness, that wasn't as much damage as I thought. Is the damage split between everything? Oh my goodness. Anywho, defend and do our best. Huh. We really did want to focus down. In fact, I probably was defending too early, so yeah, I probably should have just attacked for the sake of just going through. And that also means having a magic attack would be nice, so I don't have to just sit here and watch things recover, but hey. Yeah, this is looking less likely. How did I survive the first time I played this? Well, hey. Yeah, so up till level 3 or 4 Call of the Storm, I definitely should still be attacking. Oh my goodness, the damage. Now we are mitigating 10% with recovery, but that's not the most helpful thing when we're not dealing enough damage to begin with. Oh my goodness. And yeah, it's because the whatchamacallit, the super vitality stacks are rising too high. So yeah, restore HP based on the amount of stacks. It says level, I always get confused there, but it makes sense. Based on level actually means the number of stacks it has, so that's why it's healing so much. And not having buff strip means that we are not out. Well, yeah, let's just go all out and just take the loss here. Well, 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 if it isn't the consequences of not remembering how to fight this boss and defeat this boss. But, yeah, we'll try one more. I'm pretty sure. So we'll do at least 2 more. If we can't win on the second retry after the, like, starting from this first one, yeah. You know what, though? Let's just go Vibration Wave. Just so we can do something while we're getting our physical attacks nullified. It won't happen all the time, but it'll happen a lot of the time. So, let's see what happens when we go AoE. The answer is I get nothing. Unless all the damage pools into 1, which would be nice, but I don't think that's what's actually happening. So, we do our headache, and we move on with life. Now, yeah, they're all healing, so that's not great, but we do our best. So, I want to buff myself. Yeah, I'm just gonna buff myself. You know what? I'm actually gonna... Oh, it's too late. It's too late. It's too late. I should have tossed it first if I was gonna do that. Well, hey. Although... Yeah, because you want to focus one down immediately for the purpose of... so that we don't have to worry about super vitality anymore. But that relies on the fact that we have to burn one of these ads down before the healing gets too intense. So, yeah, nullify magical attacks. Never mind. I guess I'm doing crazy. And it's guarding the ally anyway, so never mind. Guarding ally, and it didn't... Oh, because I went first. I think because I went first. Am I going crazy? I might be going crazy. I'm probably going crazy. Anywho, Bash didn't go first, so it protected its ally there, and we take that in the face. We're just going to take it in the face on purpose. Unless this happens, actually. So, we're going to broach... If we can save the dragon plushie, it would be nice. It would be nice, because we don't know if we're going to run into nowhere during the run. But we'll do our best. And we'll Dragon Breath. Yeah, we need to burn one of these 2 tentacles down so that we can strip the thing. Although, at this point, I think we need to defend... Yeah. We do have the Dragon Plushie, but it would be nice if we didn't have to rely on it. But hey. So cancel Super Vitality and do a thing. But, for the moment... was that protecting ally attacks? No. So, yeah, it takes a few to actually revive an ally, so that's why we want to burn one down, but we have to defend when we have to defend, so hey. Yeah, and that stops all healing from happening, for the moment, anyway. Nullify physical, so we'll throw that on the boss. Even though I know it just did a thing, but hey. And then Bash. So there goes that, and we have to defend against Call of the Storm, and we start pounding on the boss. And now we're appropriately ready to fight, but boy oh boy are we still taking damage, so... Yeah, we'll do our best. We can Dragon Breath. In fact, we're not getting guarded again, so this Dragon Breath should be full power. Never mind, I lied. And yeah, we're gonna lose against this Storm anyway, so we might as well remove an ad. So here's the Dragon Plushie, and away we go. Super Vitality, but we should be able to out-damage this. Throw Headache on this thing. Here's the Call of the Storm, right? If I'm recalling correctly. And, yeah, we hope for the best. If we can't defeat this boss here, boy, man, am I going to be so sad. But, yeah, Tentacle Regeneration, but uppercut the boss before she can do that. And our BP should be coming. Bash. We don't get to bash. That's fine. Guard. Oh, we have to defend here because of the Call of the Storm. If the Tentacle does a smash, that would be nice. So yeah, so I can focus on Dragon Breathing. I needed more recovery items. Just the one extra recovery item would have made this fight a lot easier. It hurts. Why did I do so? Oh, reduces breath damage. That's why. So my breath is actually useless here. Never mind. Oh, at a high stack level. Welp. I guess we lose. So Bash does nothing for us here either. But I don't have the damage to defeat this boss, it seems. Well, again, one extra recovery would have helped out immensely. So, with Bash is not going to be good, then literally this is the best of the skills we have. Unless I want to replace Punch with Fireball, but I don't think I want to do that. Actually, I probably might want to do that, even with my intelligence being as low as it is, but it's too late now, so let's do this. Yeah, so the strategy here is just try to keep our magic attack open in case we're getting physical attacks nullified, but otherwise we are just throwing out attacks left and right so we can deal as much damage as possible before the storm kicks in, and yeah, we do a lot less damage. So that's the plan. So that's why we're just gonna punch here. Could just buff myself, but we're gonna wait. Yeah, we're gonna wait. So nullify physical attacks, but I have a magical attack, so it's fine. And if this doesn't work, boy, is it gonna be sad for me. Ow. But yeah, my breath, my super dragon breath is not doing as well. is not going to do as well as this fight later on. So we need to rush these down ASAP. Nullify magical attacks, that's fine, because I have physical all over. There's acid wounds, now I can't use the strength up item on myself, but I need to get rid of one of these tentacles immediately before we become unable to do anything. Oh, that's right, it was guarding. No, Storm. Well, hey. I think for the sake of, because we're gonna be using the dragon plushie somewhere. We might as well just let it happen while we are doing anything. No, well, we can ambrosia here now, actually. Or I could dragon breath, so I can have my BP available. Whee! So level 3 Call of the Storm. How much damage do I do? Not a lot, but we're going to do a thing soon. So we have to ambrosia here. We already used our dragon plushie. So we just take the full brunt of this Call of the Storm to the face, which is probably 12,000 damage? Yeah. So, I mean, I guessed there, but you get the point. So the boss has thin ice, we might as well poison the tentacle. Because that's where most of our damage can go in. And we punch this tentacle really quickly. If that didn't defeat the tentacle, that would have made me really sad. But now we defend and we do our best to survive. So 6,000, 7,000 damage, and here we go. So we hit the boss as hard as we can, as frequently as we can, and hopefully we make it out alive. It's gonna be really close, though. Especially when the boss revives a tentacle, but I guess we'll try to save breath for that moment. Oh my goodness, by the way. So we go last, so this tentacle gets back up, but then we dragon breath. How much damage do we do? 6 stacks of Call of the Storm. We don't do a lot. We do immediately get rid of the tentacle, unless we move last. I was about to say. But then here's a Call of the Storm nearing max level, and we are probably going to die. Oh no, wait, we have Dragon Plushie. I completely forgot. But it's still looking bad. So we'll do the best we can, but boy oh boy, is this going to be a fight against time. And we don't have the strength, it seems, and we also don't have the power. So Dragon Breath does little damage now, so we're really hoping our cooldowns come back ASAP. I mean, we can apply poison. You know what? Let's try it out. Yeah, because we get to apply at least 1 stack of poison. The problem is that we still run into an issue with getting rid of things as fast as possible because Call of the Storm here. So, yeah. So Dot's also effective here. Oh my goodness, the damage. And yeah, we just have to breath. It's actually still one of the strongest things we can do. But boy, oh boy, is it an uphill battle. In fact, probably not great. So yeah, we just have to go all out and hope for the best. It's not going to be anywhere near enough. No! Alright then. Okay, well, this was an interesting video. I should not have tried to rush this boss. So training complete. Bye! But yeah, without further ado, hey, learning experience. We do still at least get CP for it. But even with the 10% stat increase, yeah, we were not prepared for that. Interesting to note that only by going through the waterfall can you, I think, eat that shrine. So to fight that boss, but yeah. If without further ado, not going to take up much more of your time. If you have anything to say, any questions, comments, concerns, criticism, then please let me know. Otherwise, I'll usually tilt my head if I don't have any good responses. But usually I at least read a comment, and if there is something to say, I'll reply. But otherwise, not going to take up much more of your time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!